Have you ever met a girl that you thought was great, but a year to learn anatomy, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl with a nice cephalic region. The way that I met her was on a tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage with lots of excretion of sweat. I was moving through the crowd, and guess who I met? I said, "Are you alive?" She was responsive as heck. "So, can I ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof?" I asked her game. She said, "Regional terms are a secret." Then she said, "My eyes are in my orbital region." She pointed to my bicep and said, "That's my brachial." Then she looked at me and said, "Why is it so small?" I asked a couple questions and she was enthused. I said, "You know the levels of organization?" But she looked confused. I started begging her to tell me, but she still refused. But when I offered her some money, it didn't seem to be an issue. She took the 10 and said the first three are chemical, cellular, and tissue. I said, "There's still three more. Why haven't you told me?" She said that one's gonna be a 20. I gave up the money like my dues to the devil, but now I know organ system, and organism are the last three levels.
You, you got what I need. Characteristics of living things and levels of organization. Oh, anatomy, you got what I need. Anatomical positions and directional terms. Oh, anatomy, you got what I need. Planes of section, bodies, cavities, and homeostasis.
The time to learn the anatomical position, part of the language of anatomy that's affecting me. You gotta look at it from the patient's perspective. Arms at the side and standing, gotta keep it collected. Don't forget the palms, they better be facing. If not, then the study should be erasing. Gotta know them regional and directional terms. Spend a lot of time so I don't clown, looking at the body, studying the terms so I can get it down. Learning about directional terms is what I was planning. Superior, the upper part, and inferior, the lower, knowledge landed. Interior had me towards the front, while posterior had me at the back. Next I learned superficial was towards the body surface. Then I learned about what was away. Deep I had heard this. This next part is a slam dunk. Proximal is point closer to the trunk. Distal the opposite, it's away, not a flunk. Last we got the midline, medial and lateral. Medial towards it, that's super lit. Lateral away, not here to stay.
You got what I need. Characteristics of living things and levels of organization. Oh, anatomy, you got what I need. Anatomical positions and directional terms. Oh, anatomy, you got what I need. Planes of section, bodies, cavities, and homeostasis. So I came to her class on planes of section to learn sagittals. What's the body from right and left? The seats were split by her frontal, so I knew she'd be in the posterior part of the classroom. I went to the gate, they said it was transverse. I had to walk up because it was superior to us. They told me what the body cavities were. To see her dorsal cavity, I was happy to say. I arrived in front of the dormitory. Abdominal cavity had butterflies. My brain and my cranial was thinking about her all day. I didn't know I'd be in for such an event. So I came to her room. Homeostasis. Oh snap. Start kicking in. My eyes got the input, so I needed an output. I was so in shock, my heart went down south. I needed some stabilization for dynamic equilibrium. Don't ever talk to a girl cause it's negative feedback loop.